What's going on, everybody? I just created a video and I realized the mic was off again. So pretty annoying. So I'm gonna have to do this really quick. I'm just gonna speed it up. First of all, this is trading advice. Please trade at your own risk. And today we're gonna talk about SYNA and maybe some other stocks. All right, so in the previous videos, you've seen me talk about the fractal model that T-Trades has taught me. You've seen how I use it on a yearly setup. You've seen examples of that yearly setup being completed. Now, which one of these semi stocks hasn't really completed or has more room to the upside? And that stock is Synaptics, or SYNA, SYNA. Now, why is that? Why do I believe this stock can do a 150% move from current price, maybe 138? It's because it has narrative. It's in the semiconductor sector. It has good earnings, and it has close outside the 2025 highs. So again, you've seen my framework, right? You've seen me do this. This is called AMD, accumulation, manipulation, right? And then you're gonna have distribution. Why is it border like that? What the heck? Okay, so this is what we're in, power 3. Now, delete all that. Even though we've hit C1 high here, we still have a lot of targets that can be met. We have all up here until 300 is my target. And then you're gonna ask, okay, like, well, even though we hit this, like, why? How could it go there? Well, break it down. We got 2025 accumulation, 2024 accumulation, 2025 manipulation or reversal, and then 2026 this year is expanding. Now it confirmed in April, right? This April candle closed outside 2025's range. That's giving you a signal or triggering algos to start buying. All these trapped orders, all these short sellers, they're gonna get wiped out, and then the liquidity is over here. Why is that? Because there's pain up here. There's people that have been shorting, or people that have like short sell orders or whatever. It's gonna hit 300. That's my thesis. Also because the whole market is just ripping, right? And then I'm gonna break something down. So you're already familiar with the 3 candle formation, like on the right here. I'm going to show you something called the 2 candle formation. So we're going to go to a correlated time frame. I'm going to delete or take off the yearly for now, and I'm only going to focus on the 2 candle setup. So we're going to replay it to last month. All right. Now, the difference between the 2 candle setup and a 3 candle setup is that in a C2 and a 2 candle setup, manipulation and distribution happens at the same time, or happens in the same session. So in this case, you can either mark it out by looking for a CSD. So you can go like this. Okay, like lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high, higher low, higher high. You could do that. Or you can ignore all of that and just look for the reclaim of the opening price. Now, the reclaim of the opening price, there's many names. I mean, I think somebody once called it a TCSD, which means a true CSD. You can call it that. I don't know what I call it. I just call it reclaim. So I'm just gonna mark it out 2-month true open, or 2-month open. Now, you're gonna ask me, why is this 2-month open? Because, so the high time frame, right? A 2-month candle, it encapsulates 2 months of price action. 2 months of price action. I can't speak today. So the first 2-month candle right here is from January to February. This 2-month candle that I'm looking at is from March to April. Now, what do you notice March opens at? It opens at $79 right here, right? So where's the first candle that reclaims that open? This candle right here. So once you have this candle, let me come back. Once you have this candle, and the reason why I'm doing it in replay mode is so I can show you what's going to happen in the high time frame. So once you have this candle reclaiming a high time frame open, it's gonna start expanding the body. Now you can take entry like this, right? You can do it like this and then just ride it all the way up, take it to here. Doesn't matter, because you want the wicks to do the damage and you want to trade the body. And what do I mean by that? So do you see all this action coming down? That's not ideal action. You probably get stopped out, you probably get frustrated, and then you probably just overtrade and then lose money. The best thing to do is to wait for all this to happen, reclaim the body, and then you're gonna see smoother price action. And then by smoother, I'm gonna show you, you see how it starts expanding nice and easy, right? That's what we wanna be a part of. Okay, so that's known as a C2 closure or a C2 candle formation. You can replay that as many times as you need to, but that's just something that I've noticed the market maker has been spamming this market cycle. They didn't have that last cycle. They were doing the 3 candle pattern. This cycle, they've been a little bit more advanced, a little bit more complex, and putting that out. Okay, so now that we've had that, now that I've explained that, actually I think I just covered everything, but actually I averaged in more on Synaptics, kind of wish I went all in. But I do think it's gonna go to 300. What are some possible price discovery targets? Honestly, you can get kind of wild, to be frank with you. If you want to draw like a trend line, you can see it can get up there. And I don't know what up there means. Probably it can be $700. Now, if you want to draw a fib target, you can do it to here, and then do like a fib on log. Yeah, you can maybe here. Again, like I don't know if it really can, if it has juice like that, but I wouldn't be surprised, right? I mean, maybe it gets to, maybe it does something like this. Oops. All right, and then starts a new cycle, and then goes higher. But that is what I've been expecting on Synaptics. Synaptics. Jeez, I can't speak English today. And that's why I'm so bullish on it. I'm buying all the way up until 300. I'm selling most of my bag there. I will rotate the profits into probably Credo or A-Lab because they got photonics narrative. Now, what are some other names that could possibly do just as big as of a move? Well, there's FCEL. Okay, I'm gonna show you real quick. Let me delete these for now. I gotta remind myself to add these alerts. All right, what do you notice here? Oh my God, you can just see. So whenever you have like a downtrend line like this, ICT likes to call it low resistance liquidity run. Now, what does that mean? It's basically just a downtrend line. But it's basically the market makers building up liquidity to be ran through. Okay, and then what that usually happens is that you just get like one singular candle that wipes all this out. Okay, so anyways, to go back to the yearly fractal on FCEL, if we get a May close outside of the 2025 highs, just like Synaptics, I will be longing with vengeance or energy, right? Because the target, I mean, you can, could you imagine? I highly doubt it's gonna go to $800, but the target would be $50, right? So it's a 200% move if you were to long right now, but you would take 50% drawdown if you were to enter here. Now, what you could do is if May closes outside the range, you can put stop loss at May's low. That's how you manipulate your RR to get better. Because even if you lose 50%, and that's fine. You just enter the next time and then ride it up to the actual highs. But if you hit, you get a 16R. All right. And then most likely the low is already in on FCEL because it reclaimed the body. It already put in 3 candle formation on the 2 month. Well, you can call that a 2 candle. And then it just looks ready for explosive movement. And why is it? It has narrative. It can be powering data centers. Earnings has not passed. All right, so that's one It's probably a catalyst. Yeah, it's probably a catalyst. So what I would even do is if there's a 3-day candle that closes outside the 2-month high, then I will enter, put stop at this month's low. But ultimately, I think it's possible we can. Actually, now looking at, I don't think it's possible. But I was looking for lower. I'm gonna put an alert here just in case, just so I don't miss it. So that's fuel cell. Pretty good RR if we get entry. What's another one? Let me look at my hero calls. VLN's already gone, and just to explain one more time, a 3 candle entry. What do you notice right here? Yup, first candle to close outside or reclaim the high time frame body and it starts expanding, right? And at bonus points, if it reclaims a yearly open, right? So you can even put it here, that's a yearly open, so it's 2 in 1. So that's basically a cheat code. If you can reclaim the high time frame body and a yearly open, you're basically programmed for expansion. Another one that I'm bullish on, possibly, I'm bullish on this too, but what was I thinking of? Where is it? It's the BLDP. Did I not put it here? Yeah, BLDP. Right, this is starting to form something, you know. Only downside is this wick on a C2. We don't like top wicks, we like flat tops for C2s. And you can see because right here, it couldn't close outside. It's basically a sell wall, right? So this is kind of trappy until you get a monthly close outside last year's high. Now let's say you get a monthly close outside last year's high. Let's say you go it's like this. Then you want to see the next candle, right? The next candle, you want to see it look like this. Okay, I'm doing a terrible drawing right now, but you get the gist. Now, why do you want to see this candle? Is because you're retesting the prior. I'm sorry, maybe if you close it outside like this. Yeah, that's more aesthetically pleasing, right? Because it retests, as I was saying, it retests the prior year's high as support and starts lifting off, right? Starts lifting off. Look at all this engineer liquidity, and it can get ran through. Now what's the RR for that? I mean, do the math. 10K can turn to 100K. If I did my math correctly. Yeah, 10K times 1,000%. That's 10x. So yeah, those 3 are on the top of my radar. I do like the rest of these that are semis or anything to do with AI. Let me get rid of this. Oops. I do like Oklo. I think it has a shot. I have an alert once it takes out C2 high. And then once it does that, you can ride it. The only thing is earnings is coming up. I don't really want to risk earnings on names like this. It's better to do it on semiconductors because at least you know, well, at least on Synaptics, the past 10 earnings were positive or they beat it. I'm a big fan of QS. Looks really good. Yeah, really good. But was it SMR? Yeah, SMR looks like it can turn up. And then if it turns up, oh my. You know, it'll be like Christmas, you know? Turn it up here, that'd be sick. All right, that's the video I wanted to put out today. Basically, we've been over the yearly setups that I'm currently eyeing /in, and also I went over the 2 candle formation, the 2 candlestick pattern. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. To the 5 commenters, 5 followers that even watch this, I do it for the love of the game. If you do feel positively, just leave a like and subscribe. Trying to get to 1 million this year. Hopefully you can too. Peace.